Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is iTalk.
Something terrible is gonna happen.
Here, and in today's video, we have a brand new video. So today we're going to be talking about all of the Fortnite OG skins that we got here with this season, Fortnite OG. We had very few, but then again, the season was only a month old, so I figured it wasn't going to be too big of a season for cosmetics, but still, we got some pretty decent ones that I want to go over here in today's video. We're going to be going over everything that we got with this Fortnite OG season, and I know I haven't made a video like this since like the end of Chapter 2 Season 8. I think the reason why I stopped was because of the account ban. If I'm being straight up, I just lost passion in cosmetics, but I should probably go back and revisit like the Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 skin, so maybe we will do that in the future, but for right now, let's talk about some Fortnite OG cosmetics, because man, oh man, while it's not a lot, I still think we got some really cool skins to talk about here for today's video. So first things we're going to go over is the Battle Pass cosmetics. Obviously, there was an OG pass, and I won't lie, the skins that we got with this one were not my favorite, and they kind of reminded me of like the Season X cosmetics. In fact, a lot of these skins kind of feel like Season X to me, where they took two things and kind of like combined them into one. I didn't love everything that we got for this in terms of that, but regardless, I still really liked with what we got. So starting off here from the very beginning, we have the Spectra Knight skin. Now this skin had some really cool edit styles with helmets and body pieces, as well as the different colors you could run on the Knight. And you unlock these just by doing simple challenges in Fortnite OG, and you got all the edit styles. It looks pretty good. I really do like what they did here with this. A lot of people ran this skin. Fortnite OG was one of the biggest peaks in Fortnite history. So yeah, I'm gonna see a lot of these skins running around, and I think that the customization, while minimal, I mean, it wasn't even minimal. I think it was pretty well done, actually. I really liked what they did with it. I think it's an alright skin, and I think a lot of people really enjoyed the skin in this Battle Pass. Moving on from that, we had the Lil Split skin. I will be straight up with you, this one was just, it was okay. I'm not the biggest Peely fan, I guess. Like, Peely's cool, but, I don't know. I didn't love this one. It's like a Lil Whip Peely combination. It's still goofy, it's fun. They have to have a comedic skin in there every season, you know, they gotta really do that, and I think it's pretty good. I think it's okay. It's not one I ever ran, and I don't see myself ever running, but I still think it's not too bad. I'm more of a Fabio Sparklemane kind of guy when it comes to like goofy cosmetics, but maybe that's just me. Moving on from that though, probably the most popular skin in this Battle Pass was the Renegade Lynx skin. Renegade Raider and Lynx combined. This is pretty cool. I really did like with what they did here. I gotta say though, Renegade Raider, this is like her 8th reskin, and we still don't have a skin for Aerial Assault Trooper. What are they doing with that, man? It's such a shame. But anyway, Renegade Lynx is a pretty cool skin. Love the head cap. The glasses on and off. That's a little kind of nerdy thing. And honestly, it made sense for Lynx, because Lynx was kind of a scientist sort of kind of character, and I feel like that was a core part of her character. So to have this with this, I think it really works out really well, and I really did like what we got here with the Renegade Lynx. And we also had some cool stuff here. We had some different edit styles. We had like a dark storm color, which was basically just like the normal Lynx stuff. We had the magmatic like lava style for her as well, and you can also have glasses on, glasses off, and then you could have storm mask, which is pretty cool. You always kept that hat on, which kind of looks weird with the mask on at the same time, but like, I don't know, I really like with what we got here with the Renegade Lynx skin. It was definitely the best skin in the Battle Pass, probably, in my personal opinion. But then we move on from that, and then the final skin we got, it was only 4 outfits instead of 8, but again, smaller Battle Pass, smaller season, I totally understand. It was the Omega Rock skin. So this is Omega and Ragnarok put together, and I think it's pretty cool. I actually do really enjoy this skin. I don't think it's too bad whatsoever. It's got some cool color schemes that you can run because it's supposed to be like the Omega skin, and I actually quite like it. I think it does look pretty neat. The super level styles that we got this season were like these melty gold styles, and they didn't really flow very well for me personally, but then again, these super styles never seem to do it for me. I don't know why, they just don't seem to really do it for me, but regardless, I still thought that the skins in this pass were pretty decent, especially for a smaller Battle Pass. I think they knocked it out of the park with some of these cosmetics. I think they did a really good job with them. Now, we must move on to the other stuff that we got in the game. So the first thing I want to cover, because I almost missed it, it was the Heartbreak Ranger skin. It says here that it's introduced in Chapter 4, Season 4, but it was in the leaks at that time. It actually came out during Fortnite OG, and it's just Love Ranger, and it's like a molten Love Ranger sort of thing. It looks really cool. Like, do not get me wrong, I think the skin is actually really sick, but like, it seems a little interesting to say the least. The horns are very big, like they're very, very pokey, like they're extremely tall, but I still think that the skin itself is really well done. And yeah, this was one of the first skins we got. I almost missed it because of it saying, oh yeah, it was in Chapter 4, Season 4, but necessarily that was not the case. Regardless, it's still cool that we got it. Then we move on to the dealer skin. So this is a skin that I feel like is extremely forgettable. I'm sorry to say that. I don't think the skin is bad. I just feel like as soon as it came out, it came back again like on the last day of the Fortnite OG thing. If it didn't come back then, I feel like a lot of people would have forgotten about this skin. Personally, to me, I feel like that this was one of the weakest ones out of all the skins that we got. But he's got some really cool edit styles that I actually didn't really look too in depth with. Like, I really actually kind of like the styles he got. I just thought he was a little bit boring, but that's okay. Like, not every skin's gonna hit the mark for me, and this one just didn't do it. It's a wild card reskin, sort of, not reskin, but redesign, and I think it was all right. I think it was all right for what it was. I don't think it was too bad. It was like a wild card future. This skin's like a future wild card. That's kind of the best way I can describe it, and I don't think it's that bad. I just think it was kind of forgettable, if I had to be honest with everyone, but that was kind of how I felt about it. Let's move on to everyone's probably most talked about skin in this update. It was the Raven team leader. The amount of art that I saw for this skin was astronomical. I thought Meowskulls was popular. I thought Camille was popular. Raven team leader. This is a skin that everyone really seemed to like. And honestly, it's probably the best skin from this season, if it wasn't for like maybe one other one that we'll talk about, in my personal opinion. But Raven Team Leader was so talked about. There was so much art of her, and I think that's great. I think it's really cool when the Fortnite community comes together and makes art and talks about cosmetics and stuff like that. Like, I love that. I love how we have like our own little divisions in the community. There's just so much to this community, and I feel like with Raven Team Leader, it kind of brought everyone together and unanimously just kind of said, the skin's pretty good. And I really like what they did with it. It's phenomenal. I don't have much else to say about it. It's probably like top 2 or 3 favorite for this season for me. We move on from all of that though. We move on to the 11 skin. This is a character from Stranger Things. Now, I've only seen season 1 of Stranger Things. It was phenomenal, but I, for whatever reason, just kind of stopped watching. But I do know 11 was a part of season 1, and I think that this skin is just okay. I'm not the biggest Stranger Things fan, so that's probably why I don't extremely gravitate towards this skin all that much. I do like it. I mean, it's a good collaboration. Don't get me wrong. We've been begging for Stranger Things cosmetics for a while, and we got it back, and I think that they did a good job with it. I guess just to me, it doesn't fit with my likings. It's nothing too crazy out of the ordinary for this character because it's just a collaboration skin. So if you don't really care for the collaboration, you're probably not really going to care for the skin. I think like the only time where I didn't care about the collaboration, but then I did research on it, was like the Gugumon skin. And I really enjoyed the Gugumon skin for what it was. And I really did like its art, and I did like the things that they were kind of doing besides the NFTs and stuff. Besides all that, I really liked it. So there are collaborations out there where I like the skin, but I don't necessarily know or care to know about like the source material. 11 is just okay. I think it looks great to her character, but it's not a skin that I'd run much at all. It's cool that we have it though, for those that actually care about these sort of skins though. We move on to the next 2 skins here, the Bright Hunter and the Sora skins. These are pretty fun. We have the Sora skin, which is a Rex and Aura combination sort of recreation here. And then Bright Hunter is a combination of the Bright Gunner and then like Bronto, I think. I don't necessarily know if that's what they were going for. It's just like another dinosaur, but overall these 2 skins are fantastic. They really bring back like the vibes that we had for, like I said, Rex, Triceratops, as well as like Bronto. It really gives me that vibe that it's just kind of like a fun little collaboration between the 2 source materials there, and I think they did a great job with these skins. I think they're great. Uncommon, by the way. These skins are uncommon, and Rex and Triceratops are both legendary. Like, It's crazy. It's really crazy to think about. We move on from that, though. We got this interesting pack that I will not lie to you, I am not 100% sold on. We have the Infinite Drift set. So Rift Strider Drift, Fish Drift, as well as Skull Drifter. We got like a collaboration with the Drifts, and we have a fish stick version, a drift version of himself, and then we also have the Skull Trooper as a Drift member. I think these skins are just okay. I don't really get this. I mean, I get why they did this. It's because it's to sort of like fuse skins together from like OG things and stuff like that, but like, I don't know, they're just not really doing it for me. If I had to say what my favorite one was, it'd probably be Rift Strider Drift, I guess. Even though you can't even take the mask off, which I love masks, so I probably wouldn't take it off anyway, but I don't know, it just seems kind of random to me. I don't know. Also with like the Skull Drifter skin, I mean, you can't even put the hood down, so I can't even really see the skin all that much. Overall, I think this pack is just very okay. That's really what I have to say about it. I just think it's all right. We move on, though. We move on to a skin that we haven't even gotten in the game yet, the Sub-Zero Cryptic skin. I guess we'll cover this maybe next season when it comes out. It probably was supposed to come out this time around, but maybe it didn't. I actually think, now that I think about it, because I think someone mentioned it to me, that this is going to be like a PS Plus pack. If that's the case, I got to get PS Plus, because this skin is actually extremely dope. It's like a cryptic recoloring sort of style. I really like this, though. Like, the colors really pop on this skin, and I am really excited to get this skin. I just don't know when we're getting it, and yeah, probably Chapter 5, but I'll save my criticism for when we get to it, because I haven't used it in game yet, so I can't really give like a full take on it. Regardless, it is in the game. We should be getting it in Chapter 5, most likely. We move on to the next skin here. This one I don't even have unlocked yet, is Runway Racer. You get this skin by getting 50 levels, and that's really about it. And personally, to me, this could have just been an edit style for Athleisure Assassin. Like, all right, guys, what is this? Like, this is a very bizarre thing that they decided to do here. This is the same exact edit styles as Athleisure Assassin, but yet Diamond Diva didn't get these edit styles. You tell me why they didn't get it. I have no idea. But yeah, it's bad. It's Runway Racer. I don't really care too much for it. It's just a orange and gray version of a previous skin that we already had. Like, sure, get 50 levels. I mean, I'll do that next season. I'm close to getting it. I just don't have it just yet. We move on, though, to a collaboration that we got here in the game. The rest of these are mostly collaborations, by the way. We have Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton made himself into the game. He came with Lewis Hamilton as well as the launch day Lewis Hamilton skins. Dope. Launch day Lewis Hamilton really reminds me a lot of Mr. B 6000. Mr. B 6000 is one of the greatest collaboration skins we ever got in the game. And I know that might sound shocking to you because I haven't talked about the skins in a while, especially ones where it was like I didn't even make a video covering all those skins or anything. But Mr. B 6000 is what happens when you put so much effort into a skin that isn't even like the main course, right? I feel that same way with launch day Lewis Hamilton. This skin rocks, man. Like, this is just a really fun and interesting looking outfit. And then Lewis Hamilton is fine, but I think I like his counterpart a bit more. I think it's really good. I think both look great. It's a fun collaboration, and yeah, I don't really have much else to say about it. I think they're great, but I think launch day Lewis Hamilton went really hard, and I think they did a really good job with it. I got to commend them a bit for it because I think they did a fantastic job on both of his skins here. I think the launch day one might be a bit better, but regardless, both skins are dope. We move on to another collaboration that I don't know a ton about. It's the Invincible collaboration skins. We got Invincible, we got Omni-Man, and then we got Adam Eve. We got 3 outfits in the game based on the Invincible show. I have not seen Invincible, so I am not super great at talking about how accurate that these skins are. I've seen very many clips of Omni-Man in particular. I think he's like the most popular character. I think the skins look great. I think that the cell shading is a little bit bright on them though. And I've seen, like, I think Omni-Man is in Mortal Kombat 1, and they did him pretty well with just normal lighting and no cell shading. I've always had an issue with Fortnite cell shading, so it's probably something that I'm never really going to get over. It's just a little annoying to have these skins being so bright, but regardless, I think they look good. Omni-Man, It looks great too. He doesn't have that ass. A lot of people like to meme on his ass being huge. They don't really have that here in Fortnite. It's more of like a SpongeBob bottom, I guess you could say. Like, it's kind of square. But like, if you look at it at a specific angle, you can start to see some cheeks. Regardless, I think the skins look fine. We're going to move on. And then we move on to the next collaboration that came into the game. This one was so good. The Eminem collaboration. Oh my goodness. I loved this collaboration. As someone that has been a fan of Eminem since I don't even know, probably like 14 years old. So I've been a fan for about 15 years at this point. Eminem is an awesome rapper, and I like a lot about him. We move on to his skin. Slim Shady is his best skin. Just gonna say that right off the bat. It is his best skin. Slim Shady is like his sort of alter ego, sort of counterpart, sort of character, the most controversial kind of version of him. Like, it's so spot on for him. The hoodie, the pants, the shirt, everything about this skin is just extremely laid back, and I really do like how realistic it looks of him. Also, the Shady Demon style is sick. I love it. I want hockey in Fortnite so bad, and because now we have this like goalie mask version of Slim Shady, it's just so cool, and it just makes me want more NHL. Like, just give me more hockey in the game, please. We have the Rap Boy skin, which this is based on his Without Me music video, as he pretends to be like Robin. It's not really him though, it's Rap Boy. It's Rap Boy. Very cool again. His edit style is kind of pointless to take the mask off. Honestly, I would keep it on, but I mean, it's options. It's options. If you know, and I appreciate options, but like, I don't know, I probably would have like maybe removed the jacket instead or something like that to make him a little bit less bulky. Regardless, it's still such a dope skin. Then we have the Marshall Nevermore skin. This is based off of his Music to Be Murdered By persona, I guess, or just based off the album. And this is really clean. Slim Shady, though, without a doubt, is the best skin here. And it is my favorite skin from this season. Yeah, could you be more shocked to hear that? I've only been praising its existence since we got it. I think it's great. I think it's a great set. Was it 3 skins great, though? Like, did we really need 3 outfits for this? You know, I'm really beating my head around with this. I'm really thinking about it. I'm like, was this necessary? Was 3 skins necessary? Well, considering it's Eminem, and so many people know who he is, I think that they kind of said, well, people are going to buy all 3 anyway. I mean, come on, you're Slim Shady. Of course they're going to buy it. And that's what they did. If you don't have to buy all 3 if you don't want to, but I'm telling you right now, they're all great. And yeah, they did a great job on making him in the game. This is also a huge deal because now that Eminem is in the game, I think anything can come to the game now. No matter how controversial, how dirty, how explicit they are, they could come into the game. This is the biggest jump the shark Fortnite has ever done. And I actually am grateful for that because I want more gritty stuff in Fortnite. I want more like, okay, I wouldn't have expected them to put that in the game, right? Like, you know, I'm happy with this. Now, you could have said like, oh, well, Invincible is also like a really mature show. Sure, but Eminem, I feel like, is one of the most criticized and controversial people on the planet. And I appreciate that. Like, I really do like his music and stuff. But yeah, I just didn't see him coming to Fortnite. I really didn't. I'm like, man, he's just too gritty. There's just no way they would put him in the game. But they did. So Eminem being in the game, it opens up the doors for a lot more. And considering what got leaked a little bit ago, I won't spoil it in case you don't want to know. I feel like, yeah, it's kind of time for more slightly edgy things to make its way into the game, and I'm really all for it at this point. And then the final skin that we got with this update, or this season rather, was the Skull Scout skin for the Fortnite crew. It's my second favorite skin of this update or season, I'd like to say. It's a recon expert slash skull trooper, party trooper sort of style. It's really hard for me to explain what this kind of skull stuff really is on her, but I think it's great. I love recon experts, one of my favorite skins in the game, period. So I'm really happy that we have this skin in the game, and I think that they did a really good job with her. The bucket hat, sick as hell as always. And yeah, that was everything, guys. That was everything that we got for the Fortnite OG season. And now we have the event. The game's gonna go down. At least Battle Royale will go down. And then we get Chapter 5 on Sunday, so it should be rather exciting. Guys, that is it for the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, let me know to like and subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. And make sure you use code ITALK in the Fortnite item shop if you'd like to support me. I really would greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all later. See ya.